Hey, what's up you guys? It is BRICKLOVER BRAD here and welcome to another episode of Ask Brick. Of course, Ask Brick is my Q&A show here on YouTube and across all social media platforms where you can ask me questions about LEGO or literally anything at all, and I will answer it up here on video. Today we've got lots of really great questions here and I am super excited to get started. First question is from Bricknan. This is a little bit of a spicy one to kick off the episode. It is, Ask Brick, are you going to be joining the LEGO Ambassador Network? I've talked about the LEGO Ambassador Network and my journey of trying to get into the LEGO Ambassador Network a few times here on my channel, and I think the last update I really gave you guys was that I had been rejected from LAN and I had no plans to apply again in the future. And that is because the last time I was rejected from LAN, they gave me some really good feedback and insight as to why my application wasn't successful and some things that I could work to do to improve my application and improve my operations on my YouTube channel here to get accepted in the future. And I took that feedback because it was very productive and it made sense to me. I agreed with it. So I have been taking that feedback, and for the last little bit, year, 2 years, I don't really know, I've been working on trying to apply that feedback to my channels. And the feedback that they gave, while I'm not going to share it here, was really good feedback, and it's stuff I agreed with. It wasn't something like, oh, you need to speak more positively of LEGO. It wasn't that at all. It was very good feedback to help me as a content creator and me as a producer grow my audience, grow my engagement, things like that. So it was very fair feedback. I took it and I ran with it, and I've been using it, and it's been really helping me, which is really good. So now I feel like I'm at the point where, because I was able to kind of take that feedback from the LEGO Ambassador Network and kind of apply it to my videos to try and, be better and do better, I feel like I'm at a really good place to apply again. So I have kind of begun my journey of applying. The application process is quite long. There's a lot of questions. I want to submit my application as soon as possible so it makes it into the next review. I think I'm already into the fall review anyway now, so there's no huge pressure to get on it right now, as of February when I'm filming this, but I am working on my application. I want to make it the best application possible and see what happens. I would love to be in the LEGO Ambassador Network, and I think my priorities of why I want to be in the Ambassador Network have really shifted, which I think is really positive. Before, I feel like it was yeah, look at all these free LEGO sets I could get, the access to information, the videos and the content I could make, but I realized that, yeah, that's a perk of it, but there's a lot more to being in the Ambassador Network that I think would benefit me and for the type of content I make. I'm not a reviewer. I've never been a reviewer, so I shouldn't apply to the Ambassador Network to try and be a reviewer, which is kind of what I've done in the past. So very, very good feedback from LEGO. I'm going to take that, I'm going to run with it, and hopefully apply for the LEGO Ambassador Network, in the future, because it is something that ultimately I would love to be part of. So I'll keep you guys updated on the progress and how that goes, but I guess just kind of wish me luck. The next question here is from Brick. Ask Brick, what is your favorite new LEGO social media site? Well, Brick, it is funny you should ask, because my new favorite LEGO social media site is in fact Bricked. So for those of you who haven't heard of Bricked yet, it is the ultimate social media site for LEGO fans. It's essentially an app that is an all-in-one LEGO collection database and social media site that allows AFOLs like you and me to connect online like we've never seen before. Not only is Bricked a LEGO set database complete with the ability to actually search for sets, add them to your collection, build wish lists, look at minifigures, see reviews and ratings, find out where the product is sold and more, but it is also a social media app. Through the app, you can create detailed build notes, sharing photos and videos of your build experience in real time with your friends, and of course share your final thoughts on the sets once you finished. You're also able to join theme build challenges and earn badges for your accomplishments, showcase your mocks, participate in community discussions, make your own posts, and even share things like polls, videos, and so much more. I've actually had the experience to check out this app and use it for a few weeks now, and I have really enjoyed the experience. I first off think the user interface is absolutely amazing. I think it is so user friendly. I love the text, I love the colors. It's really cool. You definitely should check it out if you haven't already. And of course, I just love the fact that it's built for LEGO fans by a LEGO fan, so you can actually share your passion for LEGO with others. And Instagram and TikTok and those social media sites are great, don't get me wrong, but Bricked is just totally different in an all new way. So I think you should definitely check them out. Of course, huge thank you to Bricked for sponsoring this episode of Ask Brick. You can find all the details on how to join in my description below. And of course, go check out the app. Make sure you download it, sign up for an account. It is completely free to get started. And of course, add me me as a friend. I'm there at BRICKLOVER BRAD. I'd love to connect and can't wait to see your Lego journey. This next question is from RickyChachon12. Ask Brick, what is the rarest Lego piece and most expensive Lego piece that you have in your collection? So I'm actually making a video about this right now that's probably going to air here on YouTube and on my other social media sites later this week. But my rarest Lego piece is actually this Lego duck right here. Again, I'm going to give you a lot more history on the Lego duck in a future episode of my channel. It's going to be a short form video, but basically this Lego duck is a very rare Lego piece that was only sold in 2022. Literally, you could only get it in Billund, Denmark when you bought a minifigure factory. It's very limited run. I don't know how many were actually made, but it is very hard to get. Like, you could only get it in 2022 at the Lego house, and now it's like only sold on Bricklink, and the cheapest one on Bricklink is over 300 USD. So it is a very rare piece, and I definitely would have to say, like, in terms of just a piece, that is probably the rarest one in my collection, because it's just not mass produced, and it's really, really cool. But again, more information on that in a video coming very soon. This question here is from Lego Dude 1234, and he actually asked it on a video I made last year of a Lego pole here in Toronto, where somebody had replaced an ugly school pole with one that was kind of made of Lego bricks, and it was really cool. And his question is, ask Brick, how does no one steal the Lego minifigures from the pole that somebody made in Toronto covered in Lego? You know, Lego Dude, I want to say that nobody steals the minifigures because we're in Canada, we're all very nice and we're all very kind people, so I want to think that nobody takes the minifigures that are there. But realistically, I'm sure somebody has probably walked by and pocketed the minifigure, and I think that's ultimately just, it is what it is. The pole is really cool. It's got a ton of cool Lego things on it and things like that. I'm sure somebody has, like I said, taken a minifigure. I'm sure maybe the wind has knocked some off, or even an animal has stolen one. There's no guarantees that the minifigures are all going to be there, but I think, and I would hope that because it is such a respected project, like people really like this, especially in the community that this pole is found in, I would hope that people would protect it. And by the sounds of it, people were adding minifigures and Lego, their own Lego parts to it, instead of stealing them. And I think that's just like the good nature of such a cool project like this. Like, there are bad apples out there, so as I said, I'm sure some minifigures have gone missing and will go missing. It's just the is what it is. But like, I feel like for the most part, people really like it. People are really excited by it. And instead of stealing minifigures, they're going to contribute to the cool sculpture, add their own, and yeah, just support their community. So I hope nobody steals the minifigures. That's not a cool thing to do, but I guess you can't really control people when it's an unguarded thing. Like, it is what it is. Ooh, this is a good one asked on my last episode. This one is from British Rail 60062. Ask Brick, do you think you could cover the 1987 Lego boats in a future float test video? I guess this is a response to last episode where I talked about why I haven't made a Will It Float video in a while. But the short answer is, yeah, I probably can. So believe it or not, I actually have quite a few Lego boats in my collection here that have never made it into a Will It Float video. I believe the specific ones that you're asking about in this question are these ones right here that I got, I think at Brick Fair or something like that. I got them online earlier this year, but they're really cool. There's these boats that are actually meant to float, and they've got like counterweights on them to actually make them float upright. But I've never tested this one. I don't believe I've tested this one either. This one may have been tested, I don't remember, but same with this one right here. A bunch of these ones have, of course, been tested. I've got all of these ones up here that I think almost all of them have been tested. The Titanic, of course, has been tested. More boats over here, which is really cool. And again, some of these have been tested, but of course, some of them haven't been. So it's been a while since I made a Will It Float video, so I have to kind of go back and see which ones may still need to be tested. But especially as I get more vintage Lego sets here in my collection, I want to be, maybe do a whole video just testing the vintage boats. And it's funny because in my closet here, I've actually got three boxes filled with Lego sets, and there are actually a bunch of vintage Lego boats in here as well that I could build up and test in a future video. So long answer short, I will definitely make a Will It Float video in the future, just testing out old vintage Lego boats, because I think that's a really good idea, and I would love to see kind of how that works and how it performs, and of course, just like see what Lego boats from the past look like compared to what Lego boats of the future. So I know I didn't get a Will It Float video made last year, but I will have one this year, so you guys just have to stay tuned. I promise it will be good. This next question here is from Bricks. Ask Brick, why do you do Mini Build Monday? That's a great question. Mini Build Monday is a a short form series that I do on all my social medias, and it's basically where I take a small little Lego set, often it's a Lego poly bag, and I build it up and basically just do a mini review sharing my thoughts on it. Fun fact, I started Mini Build Monday as a long form series here on my YouTube channel, where every Monday I uploaded a video about a poly bag, and I did that for many months. I don't even remember how many episodes I got through of Mini Build Monday, and I had so much fun doing it. I thought it was like really cool just to like take something, and I initially started the series because I've got hundreds and hundreds of sealed Lego poly bags that I just didn't know what to friggin' do with. Like, I have so many of them, they're all really cool, but like, I don't know, when I go to build a Lego set, for some reason I don't gravitate towards grabbing a little poly bag and building it up. Like, it just feels so anticlimactic because it takes so little time to build. So I introduced Mini Build Monday because I'm like, oh, this gives me a chance to build these little sets and actually enjoy them and like critically think about them instead of just building like 5 in a row and like, oh, that's cool, and then putting them on the shelf. I like build it and then I talk about it and I showcase it, and I'm like, you know what, it just gives me a little bit more purpose, and especially like gives me the excuse to build these poly bags because I've got hundreds and hundreds of sealed ones that I was like, I probably should eventually just like build one of these days because they're just collecting dust in their bags. So I started Mini Build Monday as a series just to kind of motivate me to build some of the smaller sets, but it's also been really fun to share them with you guys. And I try and do a variety of episodes. You know, some of the poly bags are ones you can find in stores right now. They're not that special, but others are like really cool poly bags that Lego hasn't sold in years, or they're rare figures, or, you know, stuff like that. So I do Mini Build Mondays because I enjoy that series, and I hope you guys do too. All right, you guys, this is the final question for this episode of Ask Brick. This one is from the one and only 0014. Ask Brick, do you get to keep the box that the food comes in at the Minichef Restaurant at the Lego house? So unfortunately, no. It's just like any other restaurant that when your food comes to your table, you don't get to take the plate home with it. Yeah, you have to give it back. They take it, it's dirty anyway, so they take it back and they wash it and they use it for the next visitors. Yeah, I agree. It would be kind of cool if you got to take them home or something like that. But like realistically, at the end of the day, that would just cause the food to be so much more expensive. Like, it's already a, you know, pricier enough restaurant. So if they made you, you know, take the container home with you, that's going to be even more expensive. Plus, like, you're not going to have leftover food. The portions there are pretty small, so it's not like you're going to be going home with like leftovers. They probably don't even have, they must have takeout containers, but like, I don't know, there's not ever food left over for me. But like, yeah, it'll just make it more expensive, and like, I feel like, what are you going to do with those containers? Yeah, they're a little cool, but like, they're not very deep. They're not going to be like really useful for like sorting your Lego collection or storage or anything like that. So I feel like you take it home for the novelty of taking it home, and then it would just like take up dust. And then most people are traveling to the Lego house, so how are you going to get that in your suitcase? So it would be cool, not gonna lie. I love everything Lego. I have a whole room of Lego. I collect as much of it as I can. So if I had the opportunity to have one of those boxes, you know I'm gonna take one home. You know that's gonna be the thing, and I'm gonna do it. But like, I'm glad they don't have that option because I just don't need something like that, and I hope they don't make that option because I don't want the food to get any more expensive. Because like, yeah, I don't go to a restaurant anywhere in the world and take the plate with me. Like, you just don't do that. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, unfortunately, you don't get to take the boxes that the food comes in home with you. But yeah, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Ask Brick. I had so much fun answering all of your questions. So if you enjoyed, of course, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Stay tuned to my channel because I've got lots more videos coming soon. And don't forget to leave your questions for a future episode down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.